Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 6 of Cubic Horrors, The Fire Beneath. As always, Rock here. So, today we are in a new intersection. It seems that the order of this intersection is intended to be the Deep Dark Depths, which is that way. Then the Demonic Temple, which is that way. Then the Stalagmites. A little bit of an interesting order in comparison to what you would what normally happens within most CTMs, where they kind of go in a clockwise or counterclockwise kind of fashion of the area order. It's definitely, I mean, it's not completely unique. I believe I've seen a handful of CTMs that kind of do a similar pattern to this of like left, right, middle, right, left, middle, but it doesn't happen too terribly often. Though, now that I think of it, I think I did a similar left, right, middle pattern in Arachnopocalypse, so I don't know. What do I know? But today, we'll be heading into the Deep Dark Depths, and depending on how quickly or how well this goes, we might adjust how we end up doing things. When I originally made this area, it was intended to be very difficult to see because of void fog. However, Mojang removed void fog. Yes, we removed void fog. Making this area not quite as challenging as intended. If you set your render distance to the lowest setting, 2 chunks, the area feels a bit more true to the original form. I apologize. We removed void fog. I remember playing... I remember when I originally played this map, in its original incarnation, it did have the void fog, so I do remember that sentiment. I apologize. I did not remove the void fog, but I am part of the company that did. I apologize. So for game's sake. Oh boy, that looks kind of bad. I may or may not keep that. Real men mine with creepers. Oh boy. Okay, intended for a bunch of TNT. Potions low. I see. Do like the concept of that chest plate. We'll keep it there for now. We'll look into it again, probably in the future here. Oh. I think I get where the render distance 2 is or what the render distance 2 is trying to get at, but I don't think it is going to create for very engaging gameplay for us if we kind of continue on with that. So sorry, Senor Mapmaker, Senorita Mapmaker. We will go with how it really is, and kind of go from there. Can I get over to? I did see a ton of iron. Ooh, that is. Oh, that's great. A ton of delicious iron. So much delicious iron. We are going to be having a blast, I think. Grabbing all this iron and making all kinds of good things. Okay, there is a chest over there. I vaguely remember this being a actually fairly terrifying area back in the day when I played this because of the void fog that existed at the time. Because I couldn't even see over there. I'd have to kind of be down on the ground and be over near there in order to see it. Which nowadays is not the case. The map is definitely... the map is definitely significantly easier, or maybe not the map. This area is significantly easier than it was before, and that is a wool box. Did I just wreck this area? Is that what happened? Oh, shit! I was out of range of actually punching. Shit! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Grab all the things really quickly. Okay. I think I got all my things. To some degree, I think I got all my things. I don't know if I fully got it all in the correct fashion, but it's looking positive so far. Okay, okay. Oh, hello, Blade. Was spawning. Oh, spawning hella fast! No, 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 no. Alright, if we can get some good lightning down, I'm not as worried. The fact that we saw quite a bit of... Oh boy. Bugger off. We saw quite a bit... Come on. No, come on. 9. Press the 9 button. The fact that we saw quite a bit of coal ore is actually very good for us. We are pretty low on coal, to say the least. We do have a little bit of it at base, and kind of managed to make ourselves a little bit of, very least a little bit of torches is a good thing, but there's definitely improvements that can be made in the coal front. Ah. Oh boy. Nope. Nope. Oh dear Lord in heavens. I don't wanna die, but I may just do so because I'm gonna get wrecked. Ooh, ooh. Creeper, come back. You confuse it all on me. Alright, I've had too much fun. Okay, so it looks like we've kind of secured at least a bit of these iron deposits, to say the least. We recovered our gear, which is always nice. Recovered our gear, so it's not as much of a problem. I'm actually curious as to if there is a second wool box in this area. I'm sort of pseudo-suspecting that there probably is. I don't know. Yep, there it is. Nope, don't mind me. Pardon me. Oh, there is a lot of iron in this area. A lot more than I remember initially. Oh, there's lava chilling in this box. Alright. Yes, I can. This area is definitely far, far easier than it used to be. And I think it's a lot of it comes down to just the fact that the void fog isn't there. The void fog did add quite a bit of a fear factor to it. It did add quite a bit of a fear factor to it because you didn't know what was coming up. You could just like herp your way through it and just kind of run and see all the way to the end and kind of go from there. So there is that little bit of a fear factor element that has been lost. Oops, come on. A little bit of that fear factor element that has been lost, but that's just how it is with the continuous changes to the game. Well, boy, I'm gonna make so many good things. Iron, all for days. Iron. So if I remember correctly, the next area we're gonna be heading into is the Demonic Temple. Goody. I did want to spend a little bit of time grabbing some iron, just so we have a nice collection of it, and then as well as some coal because we're out of torches, and I don't think we have generally a lot of coal. Not really. 35 coal, so a little over 2 stacks. I would like to grab a little bit of resources and then continue from there. So, or decide if we're going to continue from there because I don't know how long this recording's been, but we'll be right back. All right, we're back. The Demonic Temple appears to be the place to go to next. In the meantime, though, I did harvest a bit of iron and coal. So we do have ourselves a little bit of iron gear, a little bit of iron tools, as well as a bit of coal. So I think we're in a good place. The only thing that we're kind of really missing is food. But hopefully we can find kind of a good collection of that soon, or we just might have to do a little bit of farming to gather that. Who knows? You do know that this map will be harder now that you have iron, right? All the other dungeons were a cakewalk in comparison to my plan for you. Ah, boy! I'm looking forward to the wreckage. And with the hallway like this, I feel very scared for a trap of some type. Oh boy. Hello? Creeper drop bombs? Are you there? I'm a little worried as to what to expect at this point. But at the same time, we got iron, so we shouldn't realistically have too much of a care in the world. Oh boy. Mine's are so much faster. I'm so happy. Okay, so I'm thinking the course of action. Let's try to get over to that spawner first. Oh, the lava squids. Okay. I didn't switch over to what I wanted to quick enough. Let's head over towards this. Head over towards this real quick. Try to disable it. Okay. And back over here. Okay. So now we need to head over this direction. Okay. I think we can kind of get a little bit of lighting going on here. Though this becomes less of a potential risk. Okay. We had been, just as some general notes, we had been going in our recording for about 12 minutes or so. So we very quickly dispatched knockback 8. Well, nowhere near our fishing rod, so I'm not going to worry about that. We had quickly dispatched this previous area. Hello, Blaze. Blazy buddy. We fairly quickly dispatched the previous problem. Oh! No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright, do I need to use this? Oh, I don't. Thank goodness. Okay, so I have a feeling, a slight inkling that this is probably going to be slightly more difficult than we initially intended. I'm not entirely worried per se. Our gear is pretty well and such. We did craft the new helmet and boots. We repaired the chest plate. So overall, the quality of our gear is pretty good. So I'm not worried about that. I feel that some of these little nubjules are kind of spawner holders, more or less. So I think we're gonna need to look into if there is a spawner in some of them, because there's definitely something if there is a spawner, it's definitely something we need to clean up and take out as quickly as possible. Okay, food. Not in a happy place. Okay, so like that right there looks like there is a spawner. We just have to somehow break our way through. I think it's probably going to be the same as the other little spots. Come on, come on. Wait a second. Oh, no, there it is. Come on. Oh, this is what enchanting, the lack of enchanting does to a rock. Okay, well, this is going to be a lot more of a hassle than I anticipated. I might just kind of ignore the, ow. I might just actually kind of ignore the spawners themselves and just kind of go where I need to. I think in the grand scale of things, it's probably going to be in our best interest to just ignore the spawners. I mean, they don't really do a huge amount other than being a nuisance. So if we kind of just ignore them and just continue past them, it becomes significantly less of a problem. No. Oh boy. Nope. Pick that up. No. That's a chest. I like chest. Oh, there's some blazes creating nether portals. Let's try to take out a few of these spawners. Okay, I think we're gonna have to ultimately. I think we're gonna have to ultimately clear out some of these mob spawners because of how much of a hassle they're gonna be. Oh, we are knocking these charge creepers into the nether, which are ultimately just going to cause a whole ton of hassle once we actually have to go into the nether. Pro tip, we're probably going to instantly die as soon as we go into the nether. More or less because of all the mobs that we're knocking into it. Oh, Oh boy. Pretty sure we're gonna instantly die in another. Ooh, diamond sword. Fantastic. Oh. Okay. I think the no. I think the spawner is gone. Okay. Sharpness 7. Some some delicious damage right there. Efficiency 3, that is already significantly better than what we have. Okay, it's definitely an issue with... Oh, definitely an issue with... Definitely an issue with, fire blazing mobs. Yeah. Give me. Okay, that is actually pretty good for us. Pretty good for us for the sake of... Come on. The food is pretty good for us for the sake of we just don't have any food. That diamond sword. I'm hoping before the end of this episode we at least do some attempt efforts to improve the existing that existing diamond pick that we have in our ender chest. Hopefully we can get a super pick or something like that. Yeah, here. I don't know what the status of things will be with that, but I'm hoping we could at the very least get like a super pick of some type. Hello, bad things. Okay. Nope. Oh, that almost was terrible. If I got launched off the edge there, I'm pretty sure I would have died. Fall damage would have been a bitch. Okay. How much of a problem is this going to be? Maybe not a problem at all. Oh boy. Difficult questions always come from the lack of mobs that instantly turn into a lot of mobs. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Okay. So we have a shitload of mobs here that we're going to have to deal with ultimately. Let's try to keep the mobs. No. Try to keep the mobs. Keep them satiated. They're after the taste of blood. Okay. Come on. Just one. No, please don't. Okay, so my fishing rod. My glorious, glorious fishing rod. There we go. There it is. It's not in the correct place in my hotbar inventory. Okay. Hopefully that should make things a little bit better. So while it's not 100% necessary that I have my fishing rod, it does significantly help. Come on. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop. Alright. Ideally, this should help deal with some of these problematic mobs. You know what? I don't foresee myself coming back over this direction. So I think taking out a few of these spawners will probably be in our better interest in the grand scale of things. Bat! Stop! Okay, fantastic. So that is a third wool for this episode that we've gotten so far. Hopefully not too terribly long of an episode, but we got a third wool. I think there's one. Oh, no. Wow. Alright, covering my shit. Accidents happen. This was one of them. Okay, so let's work our way back over towards the entrance of this area. I think we're going the right. Yeah. So we've gotten ourselves 3 wolves so far this episode, which is fantastic. It actually kind of rushes us much further through this area, or through the map than I anticipated. I'm actually curious. I want to investigate it too much, but I'm curious as to if there is additional stuff down there that was kind of like a pit-ish to I don't know where it leads. It leads to somewhere. I don't know if it leads to anything practical or not, but it leads to somewhere. Maybe something to keep in mind. Not that I'm particularly interested, but I mean, if we get into the point where we're kind of low on gear and such like that, then it becomes more of a problem. But given that we are pretty much at the end of our episode, I'm just gonna quickly drop off a couple things, not everything, because it's just time consuming and all of that, blah blah blah. You know the drill. So let's take our 3 wolves. Let's head over towards here. So at the end of, or between last episode and this episode, I did just a little peeking around just to see what was going on. We did see that here we do have a pathway, kind of a shortcut over to the previous intersection. I didn't see any major things that would deter us from actually riding this track. I'm hoping my eyes didn't fail me, and that we can ride this in mostly safety. Like that, because this becomes a little more problematic if it's not the case, and we end up dying and losing the wool, and then have to like regather the wool and all of that. So lucky for us, we don't have to do that. Even better in the long run. So let's go ahead, go towards the monument, drop off our rewards of battle for today. So 3 wool, and actually, if I recall, that puts us actually pretty close towards the end of the map. Because I don't trust you. Puts us pretty close to the end of the map. So, cyan, purple, blue. Puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 objectives left. 3 of those are blocks, which we can do the iron block now, so that means we have 4 wools left. Oh. Alright, that puts us at probably only a couple episodes left of this particular season of Monumental Victory, but that's going to do it for today, everyone. Thanks for joining, as always. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!